Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to be talking about influence. So let me ask you a question. Has there ever been a time where you really wanted someone to do something that you wanted to do, but you couldn't figure out exactly how to get them to do that? I know I've dealt with it before. I think it's a challenge for a lot of people of how we're going to influence, um, you know, something at work or a spouse or friendships, depending on it could be from somewhere, depending on going where you want to go out to eat or pushing a deadline back. Those are all things that we kind of deal with where we could push a little of our influence on people. So what we're going to talk about today is the six basic laws of influence. So the first one is dealing with reciprocity. So, reciprocity is basically putting the obligation to give when you receive. So, for example, I've I've got someone that I work with that really I would really like them to do things a little bit differently. And so I feel like if I can give into what their need is, so I'm basically saying that, okay, if I give them what I want, so I'm going to give you all of my deadlines and my documents exactly the way that I want you to give them to me. So that's kind of where reciprocity comes in. So that's what we're giving, you know, you're basically giving that some making someone feel obligatory to give what they receive. The second one is scarcity. So people want things that there are less of. I know I'm guilty of that. I want something. I don't want something that everybody has. I want something that's small. So if you have something that people want that is scarce, you're better off to influence with that tool because it's scarce. It's not an ample item out there. Also, um, in looking at that, you definitely need to harness your inner thinkings as far as authority. So people will follow credible knowledge and experts. That's a known fact. But people will also was something that I kind of struggle with because people also do not like authority. So these six basic laws are supposed to all work together to build influence. This is one that I didn't really agree with or that I struggle with because I have an issue with authority. It's one of my flaws. But apparently, if there's some sort of knowledge and expertise that you can follow. Um, that's part of these basic laws. The next one I really feel close to, and that's consistency. And that's looking for and asking for commitments that can be made. I find comfort in consistency. I have a routine. I have certain things that I do at certain times of the day. I know that when I see that in someone else, it's very comforting. So that's one way, and one of these keys and laws of influence is having that consistency, and that's something that a lot of people, depending on your type of personality, will follow. Also, well, one of the other laws of influence is liking. So there's three factors. That's people who are similar to us, people who pay us compliments, and people who cooperate with us. And so we all know that there are people who are out there who, it's like the word like, you know what it's like. You do a thumbs up when you're on Facebook, or you dislike. But liking is definitely one of the the keys to influence, because you want, it's easy when you have the same things that you are interested in. So you have similar things that you're focused on, similar things that you can complement on, as well as cooperating. And so the last thing, the last one of these basic laws to influence is consensus. Basically, it's like social proof. People will look to the actions of others to determine their own, and that's something that I also struggle with a little bit, because I am not a follower. I do not go after the norm. I do not uh, follow the leader. I kind of create my own path. So, like I said, all of these basic laws, these six basic laws, can be worked together and intertwined, and to build that influence. And there's probably going to be, like for me, the ones that I'm stronger at, which is reciprocity and consistency. Those are the things that work for me. But these six basic laws are supposed to be worked together, picking up those weaknesses, picking up those strengths, and then getting that influence that you want and you need, whether it be in the workplace, whether it be you getting, hopefully you can work all these out together. And the next time you go to dinner with your husband, you can decide where the restaurant is. Thank you.